Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Let's see what advice Spirit has for you for this new year. Think about your goals. Think about what is pressing on your mind. We have temperance. We have a whole stack here. We have temperance. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Cups. So what this is saying is it's time for you to focus on healing for yourself. The Temperance card is about balance, and balance tends to create healing. So it's a very gentle card. And then we have Six of Pentacles, which is about how wealth and resources are distributed. So you need to make sure that you establish a budget and that you stick to it. Make it a tight budget. But allow for, indulgences, but be strict. It's time to be strict with yourself this year. They're saying as a mode of self-care. So it's not about sacrifice. It's about minimalism. Very different attitude. Then we have the Page of Cups. So if you have a child in your life or a dependent, as you simplify your life, they will feel the benefit as well. So how cool is that? And love it how straightforward the cards are. This is the Nine of Pentacles, which is about independence and wealth. So this is what your spirit guides are asking you to create this year for yourself. Okay? I'm feeling drawn to this rose quartz. Take in the energy. This rose quartz will help you to heal your aura with a nice soft light that makes progress easy for you. So we're going to pull some more cards here from this black and gold deck. We have the Seven of Cups. So this year is about freedom and choices. Your freedom and your minimalism is going to lead to financial abundance, and both of these things together are going to give you more freedom, more mental clarity, more money, and more control over your life. So we like options. Options are fun. Freedom is fun. I'll have some of that. Oop. We'll just take the one on the top because that was a lot. Too many cards at once. We have the Strength card. So now is a good time to rely on your friends and supporters. It's not a good time to reconcile with narcissists or people from your past who did you wrong or who let you down or who you have a complicated situation with. Now is a time to rely on the people you love and the people who show up for you and you show up for them. My dog is feeling a little bit left out. Don't know if you heard him snort in the background. He's like, why aren't you feeding me chicken? Why are you doing this? He feels entitled to chicken 24/7, which he deserves, by the way. We have King of Pentacles. Oh, very interesting. So now is also a time to embrace your inner father figure, is what I'm hearing. And if you have a father you have a good relationship with, lucky you if you do. No, seriously, a lot of people do have issues. So it's a good time to rely on things that your dad taught you or your paternal father figure taught you, and or if you don't have a father figure that you rely on, it's about becoming that person and establishing that masculine foundation of providing for yourself and creating structure for yourself so that you have the power and the resources to move your life in the direction you want to go in. So spiritually speaking, it's a good time to connect with your inner masculine, your inner benevolent patriarch. The word patriarchy has so much negative connotations politically these days, but patriarch and matriarch are just the terms for the guide in your life who is elder and who is paternal or maternal. So we need to restore the word patriarch to its rightful position. The word I'm looking for is honorable. So we got to do the inner work for ourselves because we can't necessarily rely on men in our life to show up because they're human beings. And if we have a particular vision for a masculine energy in our life, let's cultivate those qualities within ourselves. A good balance of masculine and feminine feels good to you. That's the key. A lot of people caution against overcompensating by becoming too much in your masculine if you're a woman. But you know what? Traditional masculine traits, like being able to fix things, being competent, really, like traditionally, the masculine is considered the competent one. And a lot of this, I think, is from Christian influence, where women are supposed to stay obedient, you know? And so we learned, like, just to let the man do everything. Let the man kill the spider, let the man change the tire. And, you know, it doesn't have to be gender specific. You might be a man, like biologically male, but need to develop some of these traits. That's totally fair. Okay. We also have the King of Wands, so we have another king. So look at this. This top row here is flanked on one side by the King of Pentacles and the other side by the King of Wands. So these are guardians as well, I'm seeing. So if you are, I was going to say if you're Christian, not a lot of Christians like tarot, but you know, a lot of us are Christian mystics. I really love Christian mysticism myself. And I'm not strictly religious in any particular religion, but I was raised Christian. And so I really identify and appreciate the positives of that religion. I just don't go to church or practice, but I do like the associations. I like connecting with the angels and stuff like that. So we have these positive protector guardians, spiritual guardians on either side. One, the King of Wands is about passion and forward movement and action, and then the King of Pentacles is about solidity, foundation, and having everything that you need. So you might have some masculine guardians spiritually with you to connect to. So what else does this group need to know? We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles. I like the look of all that. And then we have, look at all that speed, guys. We have the Knight of Swords, very quick. Look at how fast he's not even touching the ground. And then we have the Eight of Wands, fast movement. These are the fastest moving cards in the deck. And in the middle we have wealth, stability, and prosperity here. And so this is telling me that for those who are in this collective listening to this reading, it's time, the wheel has turned, and it's time now for things to move quickly to help you achieve this stability. So all those messages about self-sufficiency and whatnot is preparing you to claim this. So there's just a little bit of a shift that we have to make here in order to be prepared. And Spirit is, oh, there's an angel holding my hand, and they're saying it's time and that we are going to be escorted into a better life. But even though you might be escorted into a better life by a spirit guide or an angel or your higher self or by God, by Spirit, there's still the steps. You still have to take the steps. Like showing you a stairway, you still have to go up the stairway even if an angel is guiding you up the stairs and where to go. And so there's this combination of trust and angelic guidance from the other side with actually having to, you know, we still have to learn certain lessons and take certain steps forward. We don't just kind of hover or fly to our next phase. We still have to learn. We have to actually do it. Old-fashioned, one step in front of the other. So this is about staying open-minded. That card flew like way across the room. We have death, and I had to restart. We have death and the Five of Cups, followed by the Nine of Cups. And so this is pointing to loss of something you worked really hard on. You made a lot of progress on, and then you lost it. That's as specific as they're getting here. So we all have something in our past that we need to grieve losing, that we had a lot of hope, high hopes for. We have the White Newman, which is also very similar to the Death card because it's about the other side. It's about the spirit realm. So this is a loss, definitely a loss. What do we need to know, Spirit, about this loss? They're asking me to pull from the Black and Gold and then from the Empath Oracle. So let's see, what do we need to know, Spirit? Do we need to know about this loss? We have 9 of Pentacles. So we got 9 of Cups here. We have 9 of Pentacles here. The 9 of Pentacles is about independence. The 9 of Cups is about something you've invested a lot of yourself into. And so the way that the cards are kind of moving points to a disappointment followed by a resurgence. Okay, so coming back to what you lost, creating something new, and it's going to be totally different, but it's going to be in your new energy too. So the Judgment card is about letting go of the things that aren't really worthy of being taken up into a higher level with you. And so this was just about Spirit hitting the reset button. And so you may have lost something and it may have been ripped out of your hands, and yet you've been given fertile ground to create something more independent, more independently, more reflecting your independence. There's this theme here in this reading of pushing past something from your past. We have the 6 of Pentacles. So a lot of this, for a lot of you, is going to be about money and independence with money and balancing money. And that's going to be a major theme for you this year because this has been a theme in the cards. And we're going to have one more clarifying card and we're going to wrap it up. The Hierophant. So Hierophant is about tradition and about doing the right thing. I always am drawn in this deck to hit the sort of square on his tunic thingy. And so it's like it's the tradition of 4 walls around you, right? A square is a positive foundation. It's a strong foundation. And so this is what you're doing, what Spirit is helping you to do and holding your hand and helping you to do. I think a lot of people watching this are going to be feeling emotional right now about comings and goings in their life. And this is to let you know, Spirit wants you to know that this is whatever's happening in your life that is changing or threatening to change or you think might need to change is part of Spirit helping you to move to the next phase. Notice in the White Newman, which is about Spirit, how the bull's feet are not touching the ground. And so you got to like let yourself release so that you can be raised up and then move forward. And that is the message for today from Spirit. And as I put these cards away, I will also channel something for you guys, okay? So let's see. This is Preciolite. We're tuning in. Tune in with me. I see someone's cat coming up. So some of you have pets that want to be part of this channeling session, so you can welcome that. They're showing someone sitting on the floor with a $1 bill right in front of them. So for some of you, a lot of you, this is where you're at right now. You're kind of down to your last dollar, and now you're wondering, okay, Spirit, what do I do? We got to grow that dollar. And then I saw the person I saw in the vision sitting on the floor, standing up and then falling backwards into the hands of angels. The message is that's what the beginning of this year and what this year is about trusting your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, trusting Spirit, trusting your team. So showing me a vision of a swimming pool filled with water, and they're saying that the water is not leaking. And so maybe for somebody that's literal, but I feel that it was meant for the most part to be spiritual. And water represents emotion. And so, and I feel like the water also represents the presence of spirit in your life. And it's just letting you know, spirit is just letting you know that you're okay. You don't have some kind of deficit to you. And that's what is meant by the swimming pool isn't leaking, which is interesting because it's an interesting analogy or metaphor because a swimming pool, it would be hard to tell if there's a leak. And so spirit wants to know who you are is sufficient. It's okay. You're okay. It's like this feeling of fear of loss of what you have. And so that is the message. You are sufficient. And you just need to rely on your angels. And they will help you. They're showing me the number 3. I saw 1, 2, 3. And so they might be saying it's like 1, 2, 3, go, let's go. And so it can also mean 3 is a significant angel number. It also represents teamwork and help. So if you start seeing 3s, that's a confirmation for you. And for some of you, Spirit says you need to call your grandmother, call grandma. And there's others of you, Spirit is saying you need to plant something, plant some starts for a garden, or if you're in a sunnier climate, plant a garden or a container garden, put a seed into a pot and grow some vegetables. Just plant something. Get your hands in the soil. Anything else? I think that's it, guys. So take good care of yourself. Do something fun today. Do something good for yourself after this reading. And I'm just giving you all a big warm hug, group hug. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching this. If you want to request some additional readings, you can go to my Patreon, which you can find in the link below. And I'd love to also know what you experienced during this reading if you want to leave a comment for me. So sending you lots of love. Love you guys. Bye-bye.